This is the very first marathon in 2005, and I was 66 already, and I never tried it. And I had won my age group in a number of shorter races, so they said, well, here goes. So I was cruising pretty well, 20, 22 miles, just like everybody else does, And I finished in about 4 hours and 16 minutes, and I thought, that's not too bad, is it? And I came home and doggone it if I hadn't won my age group in the first Chicago Marathon I ever did. This is the second year. I went back the next year, and knowing how people age up, I thought for sure that I couldn't do it again. So I finished, I came back, I'm crawling into the bathtub in the hotel, and my cell phone rings. It's my son, Tim. He says, Mom, you did it again. I said, yes, I did. I finished, didn't I? He said, you won again. Get out of the tub and get over that hotel right away.
I always used to joke when Doris would leave the clinic that that's who I aspire to be. As somebody who's finishing marathons and someday make it on the Smucker's list of, she's turned 100 today and she's running the marathon.
It was actually torn where the hamstrings attach, which of course affects the entire hip area, although it was a lower hip. Driving was just a pain. It would bring tears just because of the pressure of when your foot is extended. And consequently then I compensate by putting more weight on the other foot.
Because she had become very asymmetric from her initial injury at her foot, which then kind of translated to right hip pain and then translated to like mid-back pain. So to restore that, it was really about addressing all of those dysfunctions.
It was not a simple thing of, you can start with ice or heat, but that wasn't the whole cure. I really needed the therapy.
So the therapy, we used the ASIM process on her, which is a series of tools that we use to kind of address soft tissue dysfunctions. I used dry needling on her, which was a way to kind of release some of her trigger point knots that she had, as well as to kind of, improve circulation. For me, being a runner, Doris is an inspiration because it's definitely something that I think all runners want to run forever.
I was so beat and tired. I think I walked half and ran half the last 3 miles. The pain wasn't that bad, I just knew that it wasn't good to continue to run on it. It's one of those things where your gut almost says, well, I can just muscle my way through this, but being older, I don't want to create an injury that's going to make me less mobile 10 years down the road.
Tom came in for a visit for a video gait analysis. So he was undergoing his 3rd marathon this season, and he was having a little bit of discomfort in his left hip, so we wanted to see if there's something biomechanically going wrong with his gait. And so we did the video analysis, and what we found out is that on his left side, he did have a little bit of a hip weakness, and so that was causing the hip to drop when he would land on that side.
Liz got her camera out, and I ran the treadmill, and a lot of interesting things. This hip was a little too low, that one was fine, and then especially just the gait though itself, the actual running that I was rotating that right foot.
So he was doing a little bit more of a shuffling gait, which just isn't as efficient and can cause a lot of loading. So once we saw that and he could kind of see the picture and put that together, we were able to give him a very specific exercise program. So we started to work on some hip stabilization exercises, we gave him some core exercises, some balance exercises as well, some running drills, and things really turned around for him then. His goal was initially to do 1 marathon, he's on his 3rd marathon. It's always, really rewarding when you can help somebody meet one of their goals.
There's no goal that's unachievable, regardless of age.